Oh, good morning, everyone. So it's nice to see everyone again.
Yes.
We've been, let's recap and talk about what we're going to do today in our role play. So, can you remember any of the scenes that we'd planned?
So my name's Anna and I'm a researcher at Newcastle University, and we wanted to explore the concerns and expectations of people with learning disabilities about ageing well.
We were going to have a good day and a bad day, weren't we?
Well,
and
just
so
a bad day.
Yeah, what was the bad day?
The Lawnmowers is a well-established pioneering charity for people with learning disabilities, and we decided to explore these ideas through participatory theatre.
A bad day could be people not getting enough sleep.
Yeah.
Now, you're quite right, had some bad sleeping things. So it starts with you fast asleep. Right, so that's your alarm. This is for Andy to wear to change from
what you want.
sad to a better day. So we'll tie that round his neck at the beginning of it. So it's Andy whose behaviour we're going to try and change, isn't it? And the rest of you are all playing parts in his bad day. Right, so can you get some more things out? There's some pills.
So you're waking up kind of feeling
Sleepy
still
tablets.
dead because you're a bit knocked out from your medication.
Yeah, to sleep, and wake up. So, fast asleep, isn't it? Are we remembering this a bit more now? I remember.
It's important to say that people with learning disabilities are living longer, and this is something to absolutely celebrate. But what we're finding is that their parents who've been really responsible for their care are either dying or getting a form of dementia. And so we feel this group of people with learning disabilities who are ageing, they're falling through the cracks really in terms of support. What we noticed was that the group were having difficulty planning. So we thought in running through the workshops, this would actually help them think about what steps they could take now, maybe to live a healthier life later on.
Either that, crunchy nut, cornflakes.
Wow,
I love that.
It's been meeting semi-regularly when we can, and we will spend a day workshopping ideas, making props, discussing, going over things, talking about past experience, lots of conversation, and then always doing a form of role play to actually get that aspect across.
Right then, is he asleep? Oh, I hear the snoring.
There's the alarm. I'm still tired. I took my pills. I don't need those one till bedtime. Let's go see what's for breakfast.
I think it's also really important that myself as a researcher doesn't come in here and impose what I think. I really wanted the Lawnmowers to be working with us as equal partners. So it was a question of continually working through ideas, scaffolding them, but not trying to dominate.
So what's going to make it from a bad first thing in the morning to a better first thing in the morning?
A glass of water
And where are you going to put that?
on the table.
What do you think would make the morning better for him?
Oh, full of sweets, daughter. Sweets that.
Maybe if you hadn't eaten them the night before, let's get rid of them. So he's not eaten that stuff last night. Right.
Do some exercise.
And do some exercises. So, will we set the alarm again? Or what else?
Check the pulse.
Check the pills. Like, why am I taking these?
Just
Sometimes it's a
check
habit,
them.
isn't it? What are they doing to me?
Take them back to chemist and check the pills for what's in them.
Great
He's
idea.
going to say,
Great
I'll
idea.
I'll check them with the doctors, yes, at the chemist.
Fabulous.
Because he's going to the doctors later, isn't he?
Great suggestion, Nick.
Okay, so we'll do a countdown.
4, 3, 2, 1. Action.
Between you two, I'm gonna have a good day today. I don't need those sleeping tablets anymore, I don't think. He said, when I go to the doctors, I ask him, do I really need those ones? Bits of stretch. Yeah. Right. Let's go see what's for breakfast. What's for breakfast?
Sausage, bacon, fried bread.
Yeah, I get my cereal first. I like these.
You what?
Oh. Fried sausages, fried bacon, fried bread, delicious. Oh, I enjoyed that. Okay, I'm off to the doctor's now.
All right, see you later.
See you later. I don't want cereal now because it's too high in sugar and I don't want sugar. So can you get rid of them, please? And what's for breakfast?
Grilled bacon, beans, and hopeless bread, brown.
Are the beans like low sugar ones?
Yes.
Oh, excellent. Thank you. I enjoyed that, thank you.
Come home.
I'm off to the doctor's now.
All right.
Okay.
I'll see you later.
See you later. Bye now.
Bye.
One of the subjects that came out from the workshops was accessing medical and social support. So we discussed having an annual health check, requesting for a longer doctor's appointment, and one of the challenges still is George, one of the first times I met him, he gave me a piece of paper and it had some numbers on it and it was his blood pressure. But he didn't actually know what that indicated. Was this high blood pressure? Was this low blood pressure? So sometimes they're getting the information but they're not knowing what to do with it. There was anxiety expressed over benefits, losing benefits, a worry that if they do forms of social prescribing, their personal allowance will be taken away from them. So that's something that still needs to be cleared up. Some of the anxiety and depression has increased over the pandemic. Hearing from one of our members, he has a hearing aid and he went for a long time without it, and that seemed to make him more and more withdrawn. And another one has problems with anxiety and depression, and as you'll see in the film, he's given sleeping pills. But really what we'd like to see that moving towards is looking at meaningful social activity, so some form of social prescribing.
Yeah, I could book it for next week.
Hiya.
Toilet. Yes, look. Toilet. Yes, but.
I've come to see the doctor. I'm pregnant. I might have a heart attack.
Toilet. Yeah. Yes. Hey, I think.
Hey, I see you're really busy. Is there any time I can volunteer here?
No. I look at it, say I'm too busy.
Yeah, no, but
you have to have qualifications. Yeah.
So just sit down with you.
Yeah, just.
Okay.
The doctor call you. Yes. Okay. Right, the doctor will say you know.
Okay then. Thank you.
Okay.
Next.
Hello, doctor.
Hello.
I've got bad back. I think I'm going to have a heart attack. And I can't sleep. I've got pains in my legs. And I've got diabetes.
I haven't got time for this, you know.
But I've got
I've got to see the next patient.
Yes, but I've got bad back. I can't sleep.
Try
Diabetes.
then.
What? These happy pills. Will
Yes.
it help me bad back?
Mate,
And am I sleeping?
mate,
And I will get stuck in bad heads.
mate.
Mate. Okay. Thank you, doctor.
So, that's not a great experience, is it, at the doctor's or the receptionist?
Hey,
And I think we've all had that, and we've all had really good experiences. What have been our better experiences? What would change his doctor's visit to be something that's not good, to be something that's really good for him and works for Andy?
George, what about the first time I met you? You got out a piece of paper with your blood pressure
my blood
measurements.
pressure,
And what was that from?
From the nurse. From the nurse.
It was from the nurse, wasn't it? And you
Yes.
didn't quite know what to do with it,
Yes.
did you?
No.
But can you remember how, had you been encouraged to go for an annual health check?
I'm still waiting.
You're still waiting?
Yeah.
Is there anyone else have their annual health check?
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So we actually talked to the Lawnmowers about why they like to act and why they like to role play. And for them, it was partly that they could get into character, they could start to empathise with some of the characters' motivations. They started to put themselves in that place, and that then might help them enact some of the behaviours that they go through. They also talked about how they thought it wasn't boring for audiences. So that came from them, that this was a really interesting way to actually talk about these ideas.
Hello?
Hello.
I was told I had a double appointment.
Finding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
You have. You've got plenty of time.
Right. Have you got any information about volunteering?
Oh, yes. That all that's all.
Ooh,
Have a
okay.
look.
Okay.
Do you
Thank you.
have a
See, I'll take a look at that when I'm waiting for the doctor.
Yes. Okay. Doctor will see you now.
Since the last time I saw you, I've been feeling really well.
Right.
I've had no pains in the legs. I don't have any bad heads now. The receptionist was really nice. She gave me all this information on where I can do volunteering.
Well, you can forget about the pills now.
Okay, I will, doctor, thank you.
And we'll send you somebody out to do walking.
So you will send someone else so we can try and go out walking with them.
Yes.
Help me go a fortnight to walk, yeah, that'd be nice. And will I be able to go swimming with them?
Yes, and swimming.
Right, okay then. Okay, thank you very much, doctor.
Right.
Okay then. Bye-bye.
Bye.
There's a huge stigma around people with any form of disability, and I think what's really great about Lawnmowers is you've got really experienced staff. So you all work together. You might come with your experience as a volunteer or as a researcher, but you work with the staff. You also are working with the Lawnmowers. And everyone, it's about valuing the contribution that each makes. I certainly... any preconceptions I had were dispelled as soon as I started working with the group. And I think that's really important.
We just sit in the house, probably.
You'd just sit in the house.
Help.
I would absolutely encourage other researchers and anyone in the public to volunteer, become involved. I think for me, it certainly made me question a lot of the ways that society is set up, and a lot of the ways that we need to think about everyone getting the most out of all our services.
Go for a nice walk in the morning before breakfast. Yeah.